Hello friends and fashion lovers, you're welcome back. Thank you for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be making this lovely baby frock, and to get started you need your design organza. That's what I'm using. You can use any organza or less of your choice. You need your satin fabric. You also need a matching zipper and of course your other sewing material. Here I have two pieces for my back borders, while the front is on fold. So I'm going to place it on top of each other, but before then, I'm going to mark 1 inch on the back borders. This will be my zipper allowance. With my zipper allowance out of the way, I'm just going to secure it in place. Next is to draw a guideline, then put my measurement. So the measurement you need is on the screen. So I'll start with my shoulder measurement. Half the shoulder measurement is 5 inches. The neck width is 2.5 inches. Then I have my shoulder slope. Then the armhole is 5.5 inches. So with that out of the way, next is to put quarter of the round chest measurement, which is 6.5 inches. I'll just leave 1 inch for seaming / adjustment allowance in future. So I'm extending the same chest measurement down to the waist since the child has no defined waistline. Then next is the bodice length, which is 10 inches. 9 inches actually, but with seaming allowance I have 10 inches. So please note that I am drafting my bodice with seaming allowance at once. So the neck dip, after connecting the point, I'm using 2 inches for the neck dip for the front. Then for the back, I'm going to be using 4 inches. So there I'm going to draw kind of like a V shape at the back and fold that in. But let's just concentrate on the front neckline. We'll sort out the back later. I'll sort out the back later. So before I cut, I'm just coming to this edge and coming up by half an inch. I just like the way the bodice sits when the side is raised by half an inch. With that, I'm ready to cut. After cutting it out, I'm just going to slant to make that V shape that I wanted for my back, making sure that my zipper allowance is still 1 inch. Then I fold that in and cut my back neckline. So I'm going to do same for the lining piece. For my skirt, you will need your waist measurement. For me, I extended the same chest measurement down, and you're going to be dividing that by 6.28. So the information is on the screen. Then you use your desired length. Don't forget to add your seaming allowance. So like mine, you can see on the screen what I did. So firstly, I just make sure that I have my bigger circle cut out. So now it's time to add my radius. The radius of the skirt is the waist measurement divided by 6.28. And mine was 4.14 inches, so I've done that. To my design organza, I'm going to mark my desired length, making sure that I will have like 1 inch to ½ inch extra. My length includes my seaming allowance. I'll just go ahead and tear that out. Then I'm going to open my skirt and just mark some inches down. I choose 3 inches. That will be my zipper extension, which will be 2.5 plus seaming allowance. That gives it 3 inches. So I'm just cutting that. Next is to open my skirts and make sure that I gather my organza, whether you're using a lace, net, whatever you're using. just gather it and make sure that you line it properly. Then on my bodice piece, I didn't want to leave it plain, so I'm just pinning the leftover organza on the bodice, place a cloth to protect it on top, iron it, making sure that everywhere is straight because I don't want any creasing or folding on the bodice. I just iron it again, just what I do. So next is to cut it out when I'm pleased with how everything looks, pinning it in place and cutting it out. So I'm going to repeat the same for the back. Moving on from here, all my pieces are ready and I'm placing the main pieces right sides together, and same with the lining. So I've joined them at the shoulder. After joining at the shoulder, I've opened my shoulder seam, as you can see, and placed them right side together. That's the main piece and the lining piece, matching the shoulder seam. Then I'll take to my sewing machine and sew the neckline and the armhole. After that, I'm going to go ahead and notch. Be careful not to cut your seam line. Notch, notch. Okay. After notching, it's time to turn your bodice right side out. So you just tuck it in like so and just pull. As easy as that. Tuck the other side in and just take it out. So extra thing I used to do is to open and push my raw edge towards my lining and top stitch. That's what I like doing. So when you top stitch, everything lies flat, then open the side, right sides together, lining to lining, main bodice to main bodice, and join your bodice by the side. After you join by the side, you push the seam one side. And your bodice is pretty much ready, like so. So now that your bodice is ready and you've gathered your organza on your skirt, so it is time to attach both of them together. Make sure that you note the center part of it. So the center of the bodice to the center of the skirt, just mash that up nicely and evenly. It's time to just pin everything in place. So when you pin everything in place, at this point you are almost pretty much done. So take to your sewing machine and sew. Just sew your bodice and your skirt together. After sewing, it's left for the zipper. So this is how it looks. Sew the organza right sides together. After which you hem the bottom of the dress. Then to the lining, I'm going to unstitch that. If you watch my other videos, you will see me do all those things. So here it is. It is ready, zipper, everything is ready at this point. So this is how it looks on the outside. I like using an invisible zipper, just makes it look neat. So next is to pop on my detachable bow, and voila, the dress is ready at this point. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye for now.